What's going on, guys? This is Bossrosslp, and finally welcome back to the 100th subscriber special, 140 at this point. Sorry it took me so long to get the third installment of this, but I've just been a little backed up with a lot of crap going on, so I kind of threw it off to the sidelines for a bit. But I could definitely come back now and start having fun with it again. Let's see, where on earth did I leave off? Oh wait, I never even loaded more. That's probably why. Let's continue to load some more of these people. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay, here we are. And this is everyone so far. Alright. Everyone that's at least listed. Which means I left off around... Yeah, I remember making a joke about accidentally click on that. Insta-kill, I remember PvP. Huh, I think I left off somewhere before I started Sam's, which is actually pretty funny, but I'll get to that in a bit. Alright, so we're pretty much ready to go, I guess. I don't know, nothing else to say. So thank you all for watching. Let's get right on to it. We got music to do. Alrighty then, turns off I left off on Key PvP, so Lord Farquaad, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm just going to call you Lord Farquaad after the Shrek. Here is your song. Sam, you're a douchebag and your luck is a piece of shit, but thank you for subscribing anyway. If you don't know, he's the guy that's in my Mario Party videos sometimes and also sometimes in the Brawl videos. Not as common as in, but he's there sometimes. Thanks a lot for subscribing, man. Here's your song. I'm gonna miss the end of summer too soon, 8-bit G. Or 8-bit G. God damn it. Old World Games. Sorry about that. Thanks a lot for subscribing, man. Here's your song. Thanks a lot for subscribing, Hannah Oxley. Your picture looks something like Orochimaru if he got birthed by a Toho character. I'm guessing that's a Toho character then. I don't know. Thanks a lot for subscribing though, and here's your song. I have a story about this one. Everyone, welcome to Channel Poop Maker. This is me when I was about 13. close to 4 years ago, which means it's about 5 years ago, when I was about 12 or 13, I made YouTube poop. It was complete and utter shit. I did it originally on the channel Ross989, which is where I get the idea for Ross989 World. However, after a while, for some reason, I decided to make a new channel, Poop Maker. Oh yeah, I'm so hit. So yeah, if you want to see some of the biggest piles of shit I've ever done, go on this channel. I have all the videos shown here. This is not all the videos I had made on my channel, but I believe there's also another link you could go to. Let me see if I can find it. Play with Fire Guy 2. Did I actually get it? That'd be pretty surprising if I got this. No, it says this channel's not available at the moment. Huh. Oh well. Well, that was another channel I had, actually. Play with Fire Guy 2. After a game I used to play a shitload of. It was like Bomberman, but it was Play with Fire Guy. I don't know why I play it so much. But that is the story of Poop Maker, so I suppose in honor of his shitty shit that I used to make, I think I'll give you a song. A note to my old years, guys, and thank God I've advanced past them into something better. Who knows, maybe for like the 1,000th video I'll make a YouTube poop. Just one last YouTube poop. I don't know. See you guys later. For the next guy. I mean, I'm not done yet. Yeah, here's your song. My channel seems to attract a lot of ponies. Anyway, thanks a lot, Raguna Umbreon, for subscribing. Here's your song. Good old Bob, man. You commented on a lot of my old Fire Emblem videos, and I'm very thankful for it. Thanks a lot, man, for saying subscribed all these years. Or just one. I don't know. Thanks a lot, though. And here's your song. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for subscribing, Colrark. Here is your song. I hated antlines before it was cool. Oh well. Epic Sauce, thank you a lot for subscribing. Here's your song. Austin 88781, I'm surprised I got your name right there, but thank you a lot for subscribing. Here is your song. Z and K1DD, thank you a lot for subscribing. Wow, I'm really surprised I got your name right too. Huh. I should honestly be recording right now. I'm actually managing to get names right. Yep, sorry about that, but thank you a lot for subscribing, man. Here's your song. Togami God damn it. Well, when I just said I got it right, let me retry that. Togami Byakuya. There we go. Thank you a lot for subscribing, man. Here's your song. 'How's it going, man? Thank you so much for subscribing and being a very heavy commenter. You have been around for quite a while on this channel's history, and I thank you a lot for all the comments you've done. How else can I put it other than you've opened a lot of doors in my life? To anyone else watching, go check him out. He's an up-and-coming Let's Player. He just started a new Let's Play on Dragon Park. I don't even remember what the game is called. I feel really bad now. But I've been watching it, and it's a really fun game. He's a good commentator. He just started out, so I figure you deserve it. Thanks a lot for subscribing, man. Here's your song.
マシンがうなる俺は機械だ鉄人だ今解き放てよ鋼の魂いくぜブレイクダウン悪い奴らをぶち壊せ必殺必殺限界パワーが百裂パンチ俺はゴージャス駆け抜けて走れ全開巨大が叫ぶ俺のハートはダイナモだ今輝かせろクールな瞳いくぜ群がる敵を打ち砕け必殺必殺最強パワーなボヨヨンキック俺はジャミングインパクト 体は超合金今立ち上がれよ大地を蹴っていくぜブレイクアウト初日しようよ貴様ぜ必殺爆発パワーだ鼻から5番俺はファンキーアーインパクト
Nicholas Borink, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Here is your song. Nikki88899. Okay, just Nikki. Thank you a lot for subscribing to my channel. Sorry I can't pronounce a lot today. Apparently after saying I could, all of a sudden I can't, and you know what, yeah, that's a beating a dead stick. Anyway, thank you a lot for subscribing, man. Here's your song. Beating a dead stick, what the fuck? Thanks a lot for subscribing, Jabba Harbor. I think I actually got that right. Hooray! Thank you so much. Here's your song. Thanks a lot for subscribing the CM Punk Forever Sing Canal. That's a long name. Here's your song. Kitty Love Licks 10, thank you so much for subscribing. Here's your song. my Noctowl. Yeah, I say Noctowl because I named you after the Noctowl in Pokemon Crystal. Thank you so much, Blackstar135. Here's your song. Well, you haven't eaten them yet, so thanks for that, and also thank you for subscribing of your own accord. Here is your song. Billy Joyce, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Here's your song. Zach Mitchell, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Here's your song. Oh man, that's a tongue twister. Shining Santra. There we go. Thank you a lot for subscribing to my channel. Here's your song. Alberto Escalante, I believe that is. Thanks a lot for subscribing to my channel. Here's your song. Rounding off today's list is you, Laogan's one. What the fuck? What am I trying to go for? Laogan's 11. There we go. Sorry about that. Thanks a lot for subscribing, man. Here's your song. Well guys, that marks the end of yet another of my 100 subscriber specials. Tune in for the final episode next week, or next whenever I do this, because seriously, it's taking me for fucking ever to get these done. However, give or take past Lyle, I believe I should be able to cram the rest of these into one episode. Let's see. So if there's 6 per, that's 18. There's 3, and there's 3. Oh yeah, 24. Wow, that works out almost perfectly. Thus, 99 subscribers get their name mentioned. Which is pretty good, I'd have to say. I mean, I didn't get everybody, but everyone didn't want to be mentioned by not being publicly shown. But that's fine by me. I don't care. As long as you're subscribed, I'm happy. Well, god damn it, stop saying that. That sounds really mean. What I meant to say is, as long as you guys are... What the hell am I trying to say? I don't know. Let's just stop it at I'm grateful. Thank you, everybody. Everybody who has either subscribed, watched, or even done anything of that sort. I don't care who you are. I don't even care if you're subscribed. I'm just happy. If you support this channel, it's all good to me. I don't care who you are, what you may do, even if it's weird. I don't care. It's perfectly fine by me. So, and whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, that's a sign. I should probably end off this episode and go play some Legend of Zelda or something. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you for the final episode of the 100 sub special. It's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in a bit.